How's it going, YouTube? Inferno-Blood here, and I'm just going to have to pause myself to let you know that step 1 is you need to gouge one of these things in the back of the leg and let it bleed out. Now, once you've let it bleed out, you're going to have to wait for a second, take cover, and wait for some Caragors to appear or between me and you wargs. Now, that might not make much sense right now, but I've had to do the introduction second because there is just so much I want to put into this video that I just don't have time. So, straight down to it. You get it in the back of the leg, and then you attract Caragors, and then you dominate one. Really straightforward, simple stuff. So then, step 3, you lead it away from where it is, and over to your friend, who hasn't been introduced yet in this video, but you know, you'll see him if you play the game. It's pretty straightforward. So anyway, I'm Inferno-Blood. Hello, how's your day going? I wanted to leave in a lot of this video because although I die, and although, you know, I'm not the best at this, it's such a fun mission. This one right here is where you're fighting this Graug, this gigantic, bigger than a cave troll kind of thing that's never seen again, at least outside of this game. I mean, Jesus, they could have used a few of these in the movies or something. My God, look at that thing, it's brilliant. But yeah, so I'm currently on mission hunting it with the little dwarf who you see top left, and I've got to like just keep shooting it in the face, trigger a cutscene, etc, etc. So there was actually a clip that I'll put into the next video that came before this one, because I try and do them chronologically, as you can imagine, but with there being just so much that I wanted to fit in here, it just pushed the time limit over the 15 minutes allowance that you get from rendering videos on PlayStation 4. So I'm also fully aware, and I apologize wholeheartedly, that although I'm putting audio commentary above this, which again I'll apologize for that too, but as I'm doing gameplay, I've noticed that my microphone that was nearby as I was playing it was basically recording me the whole time. And I never really noticed this too much, as you can imagine, but I feel I have a fairly irritating grunt. Like, I'll be constantly clearing my throat or coughing or something bad, and this right here is fairly harsh. Like, I'm not sure if you saw that, but the little red flash indicated that I pushed it, and it must have been a split second too late because, you know, as you can see, I'm now dead. So take 2. I mean, you know, in spite of dying, I still found this mission to be extremely fun. So yeah, this game, we'll talk more about it. So, as I was saying last time, it kind of reminds me of a bunch of different games. Like, there's many stealth elements to it where, you know, kind of like, I mean, apologies if I just keep shouting out the first game that comes to mind when I'm comparing them, but it reminds me of Assassin's Creed in that you sort of have to stealthily move around, not alert enemies, but it does have the nice little advantage of, even if you do alert an enemy, it gives you like a short amount of time to kill them, basically, before they raise the alarm, whereas many other games, as soon as you're spotted, that's it, like, you know, if you're trying to do stealth. So this right here I thought was absolutely adorable, the Graug. Like, it's a random attack every time, but he looks like he's dancing or walking. And he's just so cute. I mean, the way he brings up his entire body on his one, like, to only slam down his foot, he brings up his entire body. That to me just looks adorable, like, which is probably not the word you want to go for when you're riding like a 30-foot gigantic beast, but I'm gonna call him adorable because, you know, I'm the other side of a screen and he doesn't exist, so he can't do anything about it, so suck it, Graug. But yeah, as you can see, you get on the Graug, control it, and inevitably kill it. So I'll let you watch this cutscene now as well.
Nothing like a little improvising, eh?
All right, Captain. That's it. You showed instinct, gumption, respect. Training's over. Got guts. Let's go spill some, eh?
So as previously mentioned, this episode's kind of heavily edited. I just wanted to cut out between me walking from there to my next destination, but this right here made me laugh so hard. Okay, this sucked so bad. Right, so now in the game, I've now gotten the ability. You'll see the occasional Uruk with like a glowing blue head, like the guy bottom right. That means I control them, and by I control them, I mean they're just my ally. I don't actually control them. That'd be really fucking complicated. So, I have engaged this war chief of the second location, which, you know, you probably didn't know. There are effectively two maps in this game. There's the Black Gate and the surrounding Mordor, and I think this is further into Mordor, where it's like, you know, as you can see, greener and generally nicer, but it means there's an entire new cast of, like, captains and war chiefs. And basically, you in the story, you sort of turn tail and run, because things get overwhelming. Oh, I take that back, no, you run because you're told that your companion, your spiritual companion, someone has answers for him, so you go there, and you come here, and yeah, so now you have to fight all of these guys, and this guy who I'm fighting right now ends up to be such an invaluable ally. Like, you know, spoiler alert, I managed to brand him in the end, and like, he actually fights for me as a war chief, but my god, he's so freaking strong. Like, so you can see there, I was overwhelmed, I was panicking, and he just managed to get the hit in. I got like, usually when you get knocked down, you get a chance to redeem yourself, but I got no such chance that time, which, you know, I'm a little bit salty about. I would have liked to have kept fighting, but that effectively I left in, because that's how you don't do it. And this video, or this segment of the video, this is how you do it, if that's how you say that. So, yeah, although, I mean, I was completely not expecting him to come over to me like that. I was panicking like freaking crazy. But yeah, he just happened to randomly come right over to me. So in the previous fight, even though I died in the end, I took down so many of his captains. He had like a full retinue of 4. And I'm like, before I actually died and started hiding on that rooftop, I actually managed to kill them all. Or at least kill most of them, make them retreat. And so now when I've re-engaged him, he is by himself. And as I've mentioned in this game, if someone's by themselves, it's fairly easy to beat them. Like, you know, because you only have to worry about them and any individual, unless they're like ridiculously overpowered. Like, there was this one captain I fought, he was so strong, like, my god, it was so difficult to kill him basically. But yeah, we're not going to talk about that now. So yeah, so this is round 2 against this guy, and you know, as you can see, goddamn, it's a hell of a lot easier this time. In fact, I do think I have time to talk about that guy. Basically, the captain I fought had a poison spear. He was a spear thrower. He was immune to like combat and ranged, but his only weaknesses were that you could like stealth kill him, which in the end I did. But still, like, I didn't know that at the time, and so everything I threw at him, just nothing worked. And then he just kept killing me, which is really annoying. So, yeah, so now I've managed to take control of him. We can have a look at the whole captain situation now. So immediately now, that war chief top middle is mine. That's the one I've just been fighting, and instead of killing him, I've decided to spare him and take control of him. So now he's going to do a riot on that one captain. And seeing as he's a war chief, and a very powerful one at that, he'll probably succeed in causing a riot against that captain. Which, you know, as you can see, if I wanted to, I could go and activate. So now I've engaged another war chief, but in order to lure him out, I had to kill 5 captains, which, as you saw from that bonfire exploding, I just did. Like, don't ask me why. When you shoot a bonfire, it explodes. We'll just chalk it up to magic. But yeah, now we have to kill Douche Rat. Emphasis on the douche. Now, as you can see, he has a full retinue of 4 captains, but 2 of them have blue skulls and 2 of them have white. Effectively, what that means is that 2 of them belong to me, although they're just sort of disguising themselves as not mine. So as soon as I call on them. So now I'm checking out his weaknesses, because, you know, I'm trying to Effectively, there's nothing particularly useful. I mean, there's no explosions around, there's no nothing, but there are 2 Caragor cages, which if you shoot the gates, they'll come out and just start causing mischief and mayhem. Now luckily, having just finished the calling him out section of this mission, there are no other orcs around. And on top of that, one of his loyal retinue, who's not mine, one of them has decided to turn tail and run because he's terrified of Caragors. So this gives me every advantage I need to fight this guy. I mean, before we even have our little interaction, I've already put down a huge combo on him.
So, you don't like spear carriers, eh? I love a good spearing myself, especially when it doesn't quite kill them.
Confirmed, this guy likes being speared. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but, you know, a bit inappropriate for a game. Anything? Maybe? Just me? Probably not just me. I don't know. So yeah, he's probably... I'm sure there was something involved that I didn't fully look up why he's retreating. Maybe he hates losing. Cough cough. But yeah, I don't give him the chance to retreat. Like hell, he barely took another breath before I put him on a combo on the ground. And just like the last one, I could kill him and have one of the captains take his place. But instead, I'm just gonna like control him, because he's already a powerful person and I need power on my team, basically. Like, yeah, if I hated this guy deliberately, I could kill him and one of the 2 guys betraying him right now, they'd take his place. But, you know, I just thought, you know, why waste the effort? I mean, he's just another guy I could use. I don't really gain anything from killing him, unless there's an achievement I'm not aware of. Hopefully not. So now, I'm thinking I'm going to take out that one remaining loyal captain and jump cut, catch him up, and yeah, so just finish him off. I figured from this point onwards I would finish the episode with a bit of a brawl, like, because you know, a lot of the stuff I've been doing has just been specific like events and actions that, but I figured you might want to just see some nitty gritty combat from the game, because it's pretty damn flawless, if I do say so myself. Like, not my ability, I mean the video game itself. Like, the combat is very smooth. I love the fact that like all of the enemies have their own interactions with you, and that, like, they'll reference things that have happened in the game. Say like if they've managed to kill you in the past or have been part of someone who's killed you, then they'll reference that. They'll be like, oh, back from the dead are you? Okay. So here's the penultimate brawl. I just killed that guy, and unfortunately, if I recall correctly, I had to cut this short slightly to fit it all into this video, because as you can see, like 14 minutes, 52 seconds, possibly a bit longer including the outro. But yeah, I had to squeeze it into 15 minutes, and there was a lot to include. And I know I could do lots of little videos, but be honest, like no one really cares about that. It's a lot of editing for me, and it's a lot of time wasting for you, so I thought I'd just throw it all in the same video. So, mid-combat, as you do, I thought I'd just get myself an ally. And by ally I mean someone trying to kill me, but also trying to kill my enemies. And you know the whole expression, enemy of my enemy is my friend. It kind of makes that Caragor my ally right now. As long as he doesn't bother me, I'm happy with it, because you know he'll take up a load of their attacks and deal some damage himself. So as you can see, I'm not even that bothered that more and more orcs just keep spilling out of nowhere, simply because me and my little Caragor buddy, like, we've got each other's backs, right up until the moment where I sort of betray the bastard, but you know, we have each other's backs, sort of. So yeah, so as you can see, compared to like day one when I first played this game, I'm better. I'd say I'm better. Like, I'm yet to take too much damage from this brawl, and like day one, a few days ago, I would have panicked like crazy fighting this many guys. I've died so soon, and yeah, it probably has something to do with the upgrades and everything, but Caragor's use is now at an end. So yeah, day one, I'd have freaked out, but now I'm just stood like above a mountain of corpses and ready for more. So yeah, so this has been Shadow of Mordor. I've been Inferno-Crypt. Have a fantastic day.